Hello, how are you? My name is Miss Amy. I'm one of the children's librarians here at Monroe County Public Library, and today's craft is a flamingo snow globe. So it's really inexpensive, it's really easy. I'll show you step by step how to make it. It takes about 5 minutes, honestly, altogether. But we'll go ahead and jump right in and I'll show you what supplies you need. So glitter, I chose gold, but you can use whatever floats your boat in terms of color. But I was kind of going for a chic glamour vibe with my flamingo snow globe. Then I have these miniature palm trees. These came in a pack of 12. I got these online. So these were actually, it says on the description when I bought them, cake and cupcake toppers. So that kind of gives you the scale. And as you can see, it's like disappearing a little bit because the palm tree is green. But so these work perfectly for our tropical theme that we have going on. And then we have these lovely little miniature flamingos. This says a 12 pack, but it is kind of misgiving because there's actually only 6 flamingos in here, and then 6 little clear toppers. So that's how they get away with 12 pieces. But it's still usable, and it's really nicely to scale, kind of with the, obviously not to scale because the palm tree and the flamingo are pretty close in height, as you'll see. So, but they fit into the jar. The next ingredient or supplies is vegetable glycerin. So this just helps the glitter move a little bit more easily inside of the water. And altogether, we're just going to use 5 to 6 drops of this. So you do not need a lot at all. And this is, you can find it in like the skincare aisle of most places. And then of course we have hot glue. So the first step is to get your mason jar and then get you some water. So it says to fill it up almost to the top. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I filled it up to about that first little ridge right there. And then you're going to add 5 to 6 drops or whatever of glycerin. So I'm just going to go count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next is I'm going to pour some glitter, and it's as much as you want. So I'm probably going to add a little bit more than necessary. Oh. Okay, that was probably more than I thought. Okay, well, we'll try that. So whatever this amount is, so I wish I could see the top of it, but you'll see it when I shake it. It looks probably like a good healthy 2 tablespoons of the glitter. And then the super duper hard part is to get your lid, your canning lid that goes onto your mason jar, and we're going to glue the palm tree and the flamingo just on the bottom right here. So that's what I'm going to do off camera. So let me get this going. And you always have to make little boop sounds every time you place something down. That makes it official. Okay, and then my little flamingo dude or gal. So I have it, again, the palm tree is green, so it doesn't really work with the green screen background. So I didn't put any sand or anything on the bottom here because the whole point is the glitter being the sand. I would not suggest putting any rocks or sand or anything on this unless you glued it to the lid. You could do it that way, but it would just mess with your glycerin and your water. So the next step is to simply close the lid. So I'm going to take this and put it over. There we go. So this is going to I'm kind of dreading flipping it over because I either did this correctly or it's going to be a horrible mess. So we'll try it. You ready? There is your flamingo snow globe. It looks cooler in person. I wish the green screen wouldn't block it so much. I'm actually going to turn off the green screen really quick so that you can get the full effect. I know you thought I was in space with the background. In reality, that's not the case. Okay, so let me move this. We'll click none. Okay, so this is our little flamingo. So I probably use, oh no! Don't do what I did, and here, I'm gonna flip it over. I got a flamingo down. I should have glued my flamingo on better. So what I did wrong is I used one of the toppers. This is a learning experience that comes with it. So these, I glued that down. I didn't actually glue the flamingo down to it. So I'm going to do that really quickly. But as you can see, I can save it. We can save you. I'm just going to hit him right there. And then put them back. My hands are all glittery now. This is supposed to be a pretty mess-free, unless you do it the Amy Caswell way. Okay, let's see. There you go. My flamingo's not floating on top anymore. So the steps are really, really, really easy. First off, get a mason jar. This one I believe is a 16 ounce, but I'm not entirely sure. It's just a regular mouth one that doesn't have the wide lid. But if you wanted to add more, just be mindful of that. You don't want to like jam it in there. We used water. We filled it almost all the way to the top of the jar. We used glycerin, which you can get at any, pretty much any supermarket or market in the lotions and potions aisle. And then we have mini flamingos, mini palm trees right here, and of course, glitter. I used gold. You can use whatever color you want. And then off screen, I have a hot glue gun. So with that in mind, I want to actually share my screen really quick because I want to actually plug, now that we're talking about flamingos, which are pretty cool, cool creatures. I'm going to have to make myself one. I've already promised this to a friend, and now I'm kind of regretting it. So it's so cool. But anyway, I'm going to share a e-resource that you have access to with your library card to search for books on flamingos because they are really interesting creatures. So I'm going to share my screen here. And this is actually an e-resource called Hoopla. And ignore my saved tabs if you can see them. I have like vegan peanut butter, oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so we are on Hoopla. I've signed in with my library card and my username and whatnot. I want to look for flamingos, so that's what I'm going to search for. And then there's a lot of different stuff, some music, some for kids, some for adults. I want to just look at kids' titles. So there's a little filter on the left-hand side right here that I clicked on. And there's all of these books. We have 15 results that have to do with specifically flamingos. And the one that I want to plug is Flora and the Flamingo by Molly Idle. One of my favorites. And then we have some new ones that I have not even seen before. So we have some audiobooks, read-alongs, it looks like, but some nonfiction and fiction. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, but again, Hoopla, just type in whatever you're searching for, and then you can use the children's titles only filter, and that'll help narrow it down. So let's go to stop share, and I'm going to make my screen look like I'm in space again. And I've also done the thing you're not supposed to do with green screen. I have curly, messy hair, and so you're probably going to see a halo around. Every day is an adventure with hair with me. So I have a nonfiction physical book that you can all check out. Flamingos. It's a scholastic nonfiction by Jody Shepard. So this has really cool pictures. It's just not liking this today. Let me try to not be in space again. There we go. It has really cool pictures, and it explains why flamingos are actually pink, where they live, how they breed, how old they are. So this is like a flamingo, an ancient flamingo skeleton or an ancestor, which is pretty cool. So this one you can place on hold. It's Flamingos by Jody Shepard. And have it picked up. And then I have, this is also a nonfiction, but it's a picture book format. So Flamingo Sunset by Jonathan London, who's really, really good, and illustrated by Christina Rodanes. So sorry if I butchered that. So this one, again, goes into some details of why flamingos are the way they are, from their knobby knees to why they're pink to why they eat all the shrimp in the world. Did you know they started out as gross little gray things before they turned pink? That's pretty cool. So again, this is another physical book that I want to plug that you can place on hold. Flamingo Sunset by Jonathan London. And try your hand at Hoopla. See if you can find some favorite flamingo books. But other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the snow globe. Again, it took 5 minutes. The other time of this video was me just chattering about ebooks and flamingo books and making a mess with my hands. But it's a normal day in the life of a children's librarian. I'll leave you with that, and thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.